Hey everybody, welcome to Out of Character RPG. Yes, we are back. As you know, we finished our Star Wars campaign, and now we're beginning another sci-fi campaign. It's going to be in the genre of cyberpunk. Woo, sounds real cool. The game that we're going to be playing is called Lowlife 2090, and it is by Stephen Grodzeki. I think I pronounced it correctly. Come on, Steven. I think I did it. And if I didn't, I'm sorry. I butchered your name. But we love your book, man. We love your book. And we got to meet with him, and we got to interview him, and we got to talk about the rules of this game. It's a wonderful book. And make sure that you hit that video. We're posting that also. So if you want to get a better idea of what the rules are for the game, that's what you got to do. Well, today what we're going to do is we're going to make the characters. The players have all been looking at the book. They've been thinking about and putting together different aspects of their character. And we're going to kind of give you a view, a short little mini view of all of their characters and where they put their stats, what their background is, what race they are, and so on and so forth. Now, I do want to say in the game, there are several ways that you can make a character. You can roll up. You can literally roll everything up for the character. I decided not to do that. There's another option in the game where you can have the players just instead of for instance rolling for their attributes, there are attribute numbers that they distribute between the attributes, and that's what I picked for my players to do. And again, you could have it the old-fashioned way, just roll it. I decided not to do that. I wanted everybody to have some decent attributes, and that's why I did that. Also, when you roll, typically you're supposed to roll for your social background and a bunch of other things. I did away with that. I literally let my players just construct their characters from the ground up. They got to pick everything, their augmentations, their spells, everything was just put together by them. So this is what we're going to talk about now. I'm going to just hand it over to these guys so you could get an idea of a little bit about their characters and their background. So let's start with my son, Anthony. Anthony, tell us a little bit about your character.
All right. My character is a human. His class is a hacker. Basically, his turning point is Left 4 Dead. Basically, he goes against a major corporation, and this major corporation kills his family, murders his family, and he's basically hell-bent on getting revenge. And that's basically it.
All right.
Did I?
Yeah, that's good. All right,
Okay.
Next is Steven. Tell us a little bit about your character and the name.
Okay. So, I'm Emma Casey. I'm a human. I'm a human mage. And I woke up and this bloke is just standing there trying, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to kill me. So I have to give him a dirt nap. You know what I mean? And my dash ain't very, very high there. So I've got to basically get my dash up and figure out who I am. I know who I am, so I'm just trying to figure that out right now. I know he's a criminal because they got the law against me. And, yeah, that's about it.
All right. Richie.
Wow, how do I follow it up? I don't got a voice like that. All right, so my character is basic ass elf. So I'm an elf. I picked the influencer. So he was a musician, and his low life thing was called On the Run. So what he was he was a famous musician, and he got really desperate to stay on top. And he's like, sometimes maybe his voice is like he's always high, so he's just always on drugs, always having a good time. And he went into experiment to get these nanobites that go out and kind of make everybody feel good and do what he wants. And it went awry, and the nanotech ended up killing. He did a concert, and it was for years. It was good, but for one time he did a concert, he killed everybody, and he went to jail, obviously, for killing all those people. But that's basically him.
All right, cool. All right, Henry.
My name is Dexter Huntington, and my class is a gunning, and I have a background of a hitman, and my race is a Spriggan, sort of like a goblin thing, and my character is a redneck Spriggan who thinks he's a human cowboy. And you know what's funny about him is his life as a hitman. He came and done his things with shooting people and stuff, but things happened and he was left for dead. That's sort of his turning point. And at that point, everything that happens, it doesn't really matter because he has got guns and the way of the life of the gun. That's my character. Dexter, for sure.
All right. All right. And Alex.
All aboard the hype train. Whoa, baby. I'm a level 1 exotic mother lover. I, Hyperion, used to be a famed ball player who used to use my gargantuan minotaur stature and physique to secure 15 consecutive Bells Super Bowls as a renowned hype train. Whoa! Unfortunately, as the time went by, my stardom was contended with younger, up-and-coming legends in their peak. The only way I was capable of keeping up with the cyber-laden player fools was to find an alternative way to physically enhance myself. I turned to drugs first, but ultimately turned to a dojo sensei by the name of Nobunaga, my Nobu ninja, who used to taught me the magic hidden from even the Black Tower. Each magical spell learned from Nobunaga was concealed as a tattoo upon this hype train's massive body. You see these muscles, mother lover, as a logo of the mega corporations that endorsed me. Oh yeah, such as the Pan Helix Pharmaceuticals, to remain unacknowledged by the Bears Ball League. These magical logo disguise tattoos helped me, Hyperion, to remain relevant even among the cyber baby ass rivals until I was finally caught by the Black Tower in my last championship game, performing my final feat of supernatural strength. Now I resort to the underground brawling. Still pays well, and I still get to spank that ass, mother lover. You better believe everyone still respects the hype train on the streets. Whoa, baby!
Okay. That was exciting right there. All right. Oh, that was good.
That's gonna come up. That's gonna come up a couple times. Watch.
All right. Oh man.
Was it okay though? Was it okay?
Yeah, it was great. Everybody did great, man. Seriously,
Mr.
you guys.
Mr. T, man. I thought Mr. T was in the house, man.
Yeah, it was good. It was all good. Everybody did really good.
Everyone killed.
All right. So, let's. Why don't we get introduction of your characters, guys? I really like them. I'm excited to see these characters in the game themselves as we play and stuff like that. All right, where do you put your points, right? So for those people who are watching in the game, I'm using point system, and they start with a 15 they could put on an attribute, 14, 13, 11, 10, 8, and 7. They get to also take 1 point and then add it to any of those numbers. So why don't we start from the top, Anthony? Where are you putting your points so people can get an idea of your character?
All right. Well, I definitely have to have a minimum of 15 points, of 15 on my intelligence. So I will put my 15 there. My character is basically going to be a skill rat, or basically very, like, I guess he's gonna be focused on the mind or the mental attributes. Intelligence is gonna be 15. Willpower is gonna be 15. I'm gonna use that, my extra point, to raise that to a 15 from a 14. And my perception is gonna be 13, and my charisma is gonna be 11. And then my dump stats are basically gonna be strength and dexterity, seeing as my character is crippled. So.
Okay. All right. Steven, give us an idea. Stat-wise, what does your character look like?
My character looks horrible stat-wise. I'm a mage, so my first stat's gotta be, unfortunately, willpower. Otherwise, I'm gonna call demons. So that's 15. Now, I didn't want to put the 16 on it because it's not really going to help anything other than that 1 point of the rolling. So I just decided that I might as well at least be good at shooting since I'm not going to be casting spells. too often because I don't want to call demons. So my next stat is my next stat is it's a. Let's just take a look. I'm so sorry. Should have been prepared. I think it's perception. 15. So my perception is a 15. And then my next stat is a 13 for Constitution because I want to stay alive. And Constitution is hit points, right? So 13 is the next one. My 11 goes on Charisma because I don't want to be the talker of the team, but I still want to be able to, at least hold some type of a conversation without negatives. As my character does, as a doppelganger, he changes into other people. Then I have a 10 on my dexterity, which is plain, so I'm not really like super fast or whatnot. Then I've got my dump stats, which are my strength, and strength is an 8, and what's the last stat?
7.
Mm-hmm.
Is the other one, whatever that may be. It wasn't important to remember, so yeah. That's where
that was your dex. I would take it then,
no, dex is 10.
Oh, okay. You put dex on 10. Okay.
Right. My character she's not pulling up, so I'm gonna
All right. Richie.
Am I on mute? I'm not on mute. Okay, so my character is gonna be the talker of the group. So my charisma is maxed. It's a 15, and my next attributes are more like intelligence skills. My intelligence I also put as 14. I put the +1 point on there. My willpower is a 12. So physically, he's not like the fighter of the group, but he's got all the. We're talking capabilities and things of that nature. Did I miss something else? Oh, and by the way, I didn't say it the last time. My name's gonna be Johnny Savage, so I didn't say that character. And my band's name was the Digital Planets.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Oh, I like that. All right, so that's where you mainly put your attributes. All right, Henry, where'd you put your attributes? Give us an idea.
All right, I'm Henry Knight, and I'm playing Gun Hand, and I'm focused on perception. That's basically the Gun Hand's main attribute, which is a 15. Then I went to Constitution, Dexterity, Constitution of 14, Dexterity of 13, and then Strength 11. And my lowest attribute is Charisma and Willpower. And the reason being is because I'm a goblin who thinks, or a Spriggan who thinks he's human. So yeah, he's not really good, a looking good type of character. So that's where I focus my points in.
All right. And Alex.
All right, so Hyperion's attributes are as follow. His maximum stat, oddly enough, would be will, because that is the main attribute for the Exarch character, which I chose, the class, I should say. So his 15 is on the will. He did actually put on the 14 for his dexterity, and for his 13, he put his strength. However, with the +1 added bonus that the character has, I in fact increased that strength up to a 14. So that it looks a little bit better now, more fitting for a Minotaur, I think. Not including the +2 bonus that he gets for being a Minotaur, just because they're large creatures. The next attribute I went upon was, I believe, Constitution, which would be a 13. The next following would be Intelligence for a 10. And of course, the second to last would be Perception of an 8. And the last being Charisma of a 7. So the whole thing is he thinks he's charismatic, but he's probably some of those unlikable celebrities that like to trash talk and say these things, but he really is just unlikable to the mass. Hopefully not unlikable to the viewers, you guys. So we'll see how it turns out.
All right, good. And of course, everybody's luck stat starts at 11 because your first level, and fourth level, then it goes to 12. And that's just part of the thing. All right, let's go to the next section. You guys kind of said what classes you were in. Why don't you give us an idea, just so we could get an idea of how durable your characters are, how many hit points you guys have. So again, we'll start from Anthony. How many hit points does your character
have? He has 11.
Okay.
11 hit points.
All right, Steven?
That's squishy. By the way, my intelligence is actually the 7. So I'm stupid. My character's really stupid. My hit points are 14.
Okay, that's good.
And I'm
13. Okay.
All right, Richie, 13. All right,
Yeah, I
Henry.
got 13.
19.
All right,
Wow.
Oh dang.
19. Damn. The heck? Somebody cheated.
Wow.
No, I'm just joking.
Wow.
It's pretty nasty.
And Alex?
That'll be 18 HP.
Wow, that's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Let's look at your network. What are the three contacts that you guys decided to have for your characters? All right. You don't have to get into too much detail if you don't want to about each one, but if we could at least get an idea of when you start the game, who are your contacts? So Anthony, which contacts did you have?
All right, so I went with PK Online Security Operative. Basically a connection on the net exclusively. Then I went with Code Dealer because I will be dealing with a lot of code breakers and things of that nature. And then I went with Church of Luna Cultists, but a variant of more of a Viking religion, where the Church of the Valhalla. So
That's cool.
that's what I went with.
All right. Steven.
So, as my character is the human mage that he's really the doppelganger of the human mage. I chose these, but they're going to manifest as we tell the story. I have a drug dealer as my first contact, an occult trader, and a peacekeeper inquisitor. Who knows why?
Makes sense, though.
Cool.
Oh, as the game master. All right, Richie.
Johnny Savage is mad cool, so he's gotta have connections to the gangs. The gang sign. So he has a gang boss connection. He's got a fashion model, maybe his ex-girlfriend, somebody he used to mess with. He's got a detective, maybe paying people off, or doing his under his dirty work, and getting away with it. He's got a corporate executive under his belt as well. I actually get 5 because of my character.
I know the
character class I picked.
influencer.
And then the last one is a fixer, so hopefully he can get illegal stuff.
That's really good. Tells a story. I like that. Henry.
I got the arms dealer, the peacekeeper, and the street doctor. Those are the 3 I picked.
Okay. And Alex.
Got a street doc by the name of Yavin, who was just always his go-to because, always breaking them legs when playing them sports. And then Nobunaga, the Nobu Ninja, which is going to be corrected in the earlier portion of this video. Dojo Sensei Extraordinaire. And then we have the last one, Pharaoh, who is the occult trader, who in tandem with Nobunaga kind of helped teach him the ways of illegal magic via his logos, his tattoos on his body.
I like it. All right. One of the next things when creating a character is augmentations, right? So the cyberware and stuff. So typically everybody has a 3. They start with 3. They have to roll it, but I allow them to just pick it. I think that's just so they can create the character, more the way they visualize it. But Steven's going to say the spells instead because of magic, they can't use augmentation. So we'll start with Anthony. What are the 3 augmentations you took?
Okay. So the 3 augmentations I took was, let's go down, scroll down. Okay. So I was obligated to take Cortex Cell because of the whole hacking dynamic. And I took the 2 that I picked personally was Sony Aimbot, because I wanted to go with this third eye type of thing, like a character sees beyond just the physical plane, like he's also seeing on another plane, like the net. And then I also picked third eye, but I wanted to do it like the third eye was not a physical manifestation. It was sort of like a metaphor of that he's always hacking into like street cameras and like TV, monitors and things like that. So because this third eye gives him the ability to negate melee flanking. And that also comes into effect with the Sony aimbot, which gives me a +2 to attack because I can see better. I can, so it's going with that whole theme of I hack into systems so I could see everywhere. I could see everything behind me everywhere.
Wow, I like that. I think that's creative. It's a good way to make it. Steven.
Okay, so I don't get augmentation, that sucks. But I do get spells. And so now remember, I'm about to Gacy.
Wait a minute. We all feel so bad for you because you get spells instead of.
I know, poor me.
All right, go ahead. Tell us about your cheesy spells.
My So I think one of the cheesiest ones is Emma Gacy has Mobasa's taxing transmogrification, which is the transformation into another beast.
It's just as hard as saying your name.
I know, right? Emma Gacy. No, and then and so because he's a doppelganger. Remember that he's a doppelganger, so he can transform into other things. So he can transform into these creatures. He can also do the Steinberg's impostrous mask, which means that he not only can he turn into creatures, but he can also turn into other people, and he can mimic their voices, change his body type. And because he can also change his body type, that brings us to the third one, which is Kuhn's benevolent imbuement, which means that he can actually increase a stat. So, for instance, if he needs to be strong, he can get like a Popeye, style forearm and just boom, increase his strength and whatever.
Cool. I like it.
That was cool.
I like the way you tied that into with the doppelganger thing, this spell. It's good. All right, yeah, Richie.
Very cool.
Well, I gotta say though, if you're playing Cyberpunk and you don't have the cyberware like Steven doesn't, then it's just without Cyberpunk, you're just a punk. Oh, you like that? You like that? You like that? All right, so here's the fun part. I got some cyberware, but I picked stuff that wasn't cheesy. I just picked it that was thematic. So I got automatically had to come with these like spores that I put out, and basically people start loving me. So I got a +2 to charisma to everything I do. And then I got kinetic hair. And then I also got neon skin, so I could change my skin color. So I just picture him like, having neon skin, looking. He's always in fashion, so his hair can change all the time, and how a rock and roll star would look. So
I like that. That's really sticking with that theme, man. That's role playing right there. Henry.
I went conventional according to my character, the gun hand. So I have a cybernetic arm, and I have 2 cybernetic legs, and I have a compartment in the leg. Also, I have a Sony aimbot as well, so it's kind of a cool thing. So I like cybernetics. So
okay,
that's it.
And Alex,
we say my character, the Exar, the class, doesn't come with cybernetics because he ain't no bitch. So basically, instead of cybernetics, I'll get into the abilities later on, which are the tattoos that give him special bonuses later on for the abilities.
The logos.
I should have held off my spells.
All right.
I've got nothing left.
All right. Before we get into like this, before we get into like the specialized skills, let's look at the regular skills, right? Because everybody gets to pick depending on their class. Out of a bunch of skills, they get to pick certain skills that they kind of like are professionals in. So, Anthony, what were the skills that you picked? Not talking about the specialist skills. We're talking about just the regular skills, right? Like athletics and stuff like that.
Okay. So basically, again, I went with the skill rat. I wanted to basically pick all of like the high technical skills, right? So I went with mechanic, gather info, first aid. So my character can be, he can also, obviously he has computer, it comes with that, it starts with that skill. But I wanted him to do like a multitude of things, be the doctor of the team, be the mechanic of the team, gather information, disguise and forgery, electronics and knowledge. Those were just basically like I want to say like the sub skills that I needed to build this whole. I want to learn everything. I want to know everything. My character wants to gain all the knowledge, and so that's why I picked those skills.
All right, cool. Steven.
So I've got, being a doppelganger, you need to learn how to pretend to be someone. So he's got deception as one of his major skills.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Knowledge, in the mage arts of magic, whatever that's called.
Yeah.
Persuasion, because that also ties in with he's got to persuade people to think that he is the person he's pretending to be. Stealth, because you got to learn to hide when you're not human.
And dad's games especially.
Yeah, exactly. Please. Survival, because that's they're birthed out of an instant, and then they have to learn to live, otherwise they get killed. So survival, and then I didn't know what else to do, so I did acrobatics and first aid. Because why not? So I mean, those are in the works. We could work that out, later on.
That could be the guy you're imitating.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe those are things he knows. Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
Great stuff.
Richard.
All right, so Johnny Savage, he's a leader, he's a persuader, he gathers information, so he has all those contacts. He has sleight of hand because he plays probably like dice or card games. He has stealth, acrobatics, and he loves to drive fast cars, so he has driving.
Oh yeah, makes sense. I can see
You
it.
got a fast car. Henry.
My character comes with detection, so I have detection and then 7 other skills as well. So I picked acrobatics, deception, gather information, knowledge, persuasion, detection, and then stealth. That's what I picked.
Interesting. It's almost like a detective in a way.
Yes.
It's kind of cool. All right, and Alex.
If he played sports, he gotta be picking up that acrobatics and the athletics. Pure anus role playing right there. He also got that driving because he too likes to drive sports cars and things that are out of his pay range because he's used to living a celebrity life before becoming a fugitive. And then he also, because he had that street doc, he knows a little bit of that first aid because his leg kept breaking. You gotta fix yourself up a little bit. Gather info because in order to even get these contacts in the first place, he had to have talk to people on the streets, right? That being said, he also has mechanics because, like I said, he likes cars a little bit, and then he has a little bit of stealth, which just ties a little bit into those acrobatics, right? If you're just you gotta learn how to play the dexterity game a little bit when you're an athlete. So there's that.
All right, cool. Yeah, it all fits in. I like it. So far, you guys, with the skills, everything, I can really see in my mind your characters coming to life. It's really cool. All right. The next thing is each class has special abilities, right, that they only have. So I would like you to share the ones that you picked for your characters. What are the special skills? Because they have, for those who are watching, each class has a whole bunch of abilities, special abilities for that class, but you could only pick a certain amount of them, and typically it's about 3, depending on the bonus that they get for their main attribute. So we'll start with Anthony. What are the 3 that you are kind of looking at or picking?
So my character is obviously the techno wizard. So he has to be able to shut machines down. So I had to pick Crash Machine, which just allows me to just any giant robo that my dad, the GM, is gonna put in there, I'm shutting it down. The second one I'm picking is Hijack Machine. So I could use that strategically in combat since my character is not physical. He has to be in the back. So I have to sort of use my brain as the weapon. And so strategically, I could hijack machines.
I love that.
That was cool.
That would
Yeah.
be my second one, and then
Yeah, because here you are in a wheelchair, and then you could put your mind in it and then take over that
exactly.
role. That is pretty. I like that.
Okay, come on, look at that. He's
I do. I like that.
Okay, and then but by the way, I need to give because the audience they're salivating. They're like, what is this character's name? Because I never got to say my character's name, so I'm gonna reveal it right now. My character's name is Boulder Brock, and it's basically like he's like sort of. Okay, no, I'm not gonna go into the details of that. But anyways, the last ability that I'm gonna pick is.
Wow, we were salivating for that, man.
Yeah, man.
I can't. You can't reveal it. You
Mm.
can't reveal everything. You gotta save it for the game, for the role playing game. The last one that I'm gonna pick is decoy. So that just in case, because you don't always want to win a battle by like mashing the potatoes. Just a bullet sponge or whatever. You know what I mean? Like you want to also like think maybe we can just escape. We don't have to just destroy. So decoy would be, I can throw that in there for my repertoire. So
Cool. I like that. And I could picture you're probably gonna want to do a lot of running. Oh,
dang!
Well,
my character can't run. He
Can't run.
That's what I just realized that.
That's wrong.
All right.
That's wrong.
That was just okay. Steven.
That's just wrong, man.
So as a doppelganger, Emma Gacy has Mombasa's taxing transmogrification, which turns him into. I already did this. That's all I have with spells.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot.
You should do it again, though. You should do it again.
Yep.
Yeah. I was like, wait, I think I heard that before. Yeah, okay.
Wait for somebody to
Richie.
stop me.
All right. Because my character's cool, I actually have stuff. All right. So
That's dirty, man. That's dirty.
Johnny he's a savage, man. He's a savage. Johnny Savage. Okay, so Johnny Savage got Nero Burst, which is we were talking about how he has that nanotechnology in him. I could basically tell somebody for an hour what to do, which is pretty cool. I have Inspire Ally, so kind of like the Bard. I kind of picture him, like I said, the leader type, musician type. He can give a +3 to anybody's role. That's pretty useful.
Yeah, that's really
And then, because he's not a fighter, I always picture him like he doesn't wear a t-shirt. He just has like a mink coat on, probably, or like fashionable clothes, some gator shoes on, or whatever it is in the future. He's got backup, which is once per job, he can call up a gang. His gang. He does the signs and just show up. People just show up and fight for him. Johnny is savage,
That's
man.
nice. Very cool.
He can change his hair and he tells people what to do. He sounds like my wife.
Wow.
Oh, my drop. She watches the show, so she's going to kill me.
Oh, jeez.
Last episode.
No, he ain't playing no more.
Steven does not play the rest of the campaign. You just never see him.
You just see his wife show up. She'll be there. Hi, guys. I'm playing in his stead. Wow.
Steven.
No, I'm kidding.
All
I'm
right.
kidding. I love you,
What
babe.
happened to that? What happened to that doppelganger?
I
All
love you.
right. You're going to have to change now, man.
That's funny.
We're going to see somebody else sitting in that chair next week. And it's
Like,
going to
Steven really is the
not even.
doppelganger.
Yeah. She got a new
That's great
husband.
role playing.
That's her
Yeah,
new boyfriend.
You don't even look like yourself, man. That's great role play.
Oh, man.
That's not good.
I'm sorry, Henry. Go ahead.
All right, Henry.
No, it's all right. Dexter, again, is he has quick draw, speed drawing, quick drawing in combat before the initiative. Quick reload. I picked that because it's to his character. And then Gung Fu reminds me a little bit of John Wick, where he could shoot and do melee at the same time. So it's some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, very cool. This is going to be probably the shooter, definitely the shooter, maybe the damage dealer in that sense, of the party. All right, and Alex.
Right. These are basically my cybernetics. They call them Bumins. Those were the tattoos I mentioned earlier. They're really logos for the different companies that used to endorse them. And I chose Power of One. Power of One allows me to increase one of my stats, or should I say my attributes, by +3. I chose, of course, Strength. I mean, come on. He's going to punch people in the face. He's going to throw them out of windows. He's going to throw tables across the room. That's Power of One. Then he has Fireblood. Fireblood gives you the special ability that gives you +3 initiative and a 50% chance to get an extra action each round. And so that, of course, is going to be used for an attack because he punches people. And then I'm going to go over to the Iron Flesh. Iron Flesh, that increases his armor rating by a +1. So on top of all the armor he might already have, like a Kevlar jacket and everything, this guy's also going to be a little beefier than the average person, meaning 1 less damage taken on top of whatever damage somebody would be doing to him. So there you have it.
All right, cool. So I guess the last part we'll really talk about is just what gear you guys have, just so the audience could kind of know what you start off with as far as gear, right? So if you could just let us know what gear you start off with, and I think we're really done. Now there are unique features, but the characters, the PCs don't get those till 3rd level, and those are pretty powerful themselves. As a matter of fact, they could even kind of cross class with those, take abilities from other classes, which are kind of nice. But let's get back to Anthony. What gear do you start off with, or what are you starting off with?
All right, so I basically started off with light vest. It gave me a 2 AR, a Remington. Where is that exactly?
Covert, pistol, covert.
Yep, covert. Remington covert. Let's see what else. Fake ID gave me a jammer. It gave me, and then we went over the augmentations, but with the 50 credits that I got for the character, I decided to go with, and I usually don't min max, but I wanted to build the legend of my character's Decker call sign, which is Ragnarok. He's a beast when he goes into the hacking the net. And so this drug that I bought is C Signal, basically gives him a +2 intelligence, max 19, and advantage on any knowledge related checks for 1d4 hours. I just wanted to max out his intelligence. I want him to be a beast inside the net. And that's basically that'll
Neo.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
That was the idea.
Yeah, very cool. All right, Steven, what's your gear?
So as a mage, Mbata Gacy does not get much gear, so I'm gonna talk about my spell. Mubasa's taxing trans.
Okay. Come on, you start with gear.
I'm kidding.
That's amazing.
I get the same Remington.
Like, people are gonna be fearful of picking a mage because of, you're gonna be like, he don't get gear, he don't get augmentation, he don't get nothing. He's just.
I get a knife. So I picked the strength of 8. So that knife is to cut peaches or, like, I don't know, peel bananas. Like, I can't really do anything much with that. I got a knife. I get the little Remington pistol. I've got a cell phone. And you don't have a cell phone?
Yeah, it's in my brain.
What?
All of us has that like that.
Oh, so that's okay. That's cool. That's good to know. I thought it was an actual.
Oh wait, you don't have any.
You don't have it
cybernetic.
Yeah,
you actually have.
You really have a cell phone. Yeah,
you got the flip phone.
So,
you got that old.
You got that flip phone.
So Mombasa's transmogrification is the ability. Yeah, I get
Everybody's
punked,
spitting on your
man.
character today.
I get punked, bro. Yeah, that was it. And then I have those are the 3 things.
Okay, Richie.
Yeah. I just want to say Steven character's cool, man. Even with your 3 spells, man. It's all right.
Nah, he is cool.
Powerful character. I come with a light vest. So just to tell you, Johnny Savage is not used to having a lot of money, so this is not normal for him. So, light vest. He's got a light pistol. He's got 2 magazines of that. He's got a really good cell phone, Tobishi Vector System 12. I wish I could sell it. He got 2 fake IDs. This is the most important part of his whole character. You got a 1 dose of the Jink, also known as drugs, that always slow everything down for him. So you're gonna get an extra action.
I got that dealer for you if you need a hookup.
That's right.
You went the drug route too.
All right, Henry.
All right, the gun hand comes with gear packs It's got the Ryback SMG. I've got a Kevlar jacket. Gives me a little bit of armor rating. I've got a cell phone. Like everybody has a cell phone. Fake ID, a knife. I got a backpack, a holster, and that's pretty much it. I mean, not much, but it's something. Hopefully, it's helpful.
I've got Sprint. What do you have on your cell phone? What's the?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's in the future. You got Sprint?
Mine's the hotline bling.
AT&T. How about that? AT&T. I have that. AT&T. It's not Android.
It's call me on my cell phone.
All right, and Alex.
Got the Kevlar jacket, which is an armor rating of 3. And don't forget, because I have that +1, that's really an armor rating of 4. You better be scared, kids.
Which
but
is
also,
great.
He comes with a cell phone too, just like Drake. It's Han-Hai Echo, which means it's top quality, right? It ain't no Sprint. It's more like Verizon. Not bashing either one. If you want to endorse us, still endorse us in the video. Comes with a fake ID, rope, flashlight, backpack, you name it. He's just ready for it. He also comes with a sword. What are people using a sword for in the future? I have no idea, but they have one. You could also use a Sab Enforcer, which is a gun, which is probably more realistic to use in the future. And then he also has a knife and an improvised weapon that he always carries around with him. But don't worry, even though the sword is kind of unrealistic, you better believe he's pulling that thing out on people.
All right.
Old school.
All right, that's good. I like it. I'm just like everything you guys have said. I'm excited. I could really see your characters. I already got massive ideas. I already wrote out a bunch of stuff for you guys for the campaign. And I'm excited to see how your characters are going to play in the campaign. Before we end this whole session, is there anything you guys want to say that anything you're excited about? Anything about your character that you want to just throw out there? Here's the moment.
So I just wanted to say that I'm super excited about Mombasa's taxing transmogrification.
Okay.
I just want to knock your character out unconscious and put a cybernetic on him. He just wakes up with a cybernetic arm.
I knew it. I will thank you for it. I will thank you.
Anybody else?
I just want to say that I'm excited to play with this group. Anthony and Junior and I and Alex, we haven't played for a long time, and I'm really excited to play with them. So,
all right.
Excited too, man, Henry.
I'm excited to see everybody's character, in the game. It just seems like everybody went hardcore with their themes. I could see the character like living, breathing. I can't wait to see the dynamic that this team shows inside the game with the epic maps that you have dead set up, and I'm sure the epic quests.
Oh, you guys gotta watch it. You gotta see it. I'm excited about this, especially about trying to pronounce Steven's character's name. Everybody Gacy.
Yeah.
Everybody Gacy. Everybody Gacy.
Yeah.
Everybody Gacy.
Everybody Gacy.
All right.
Should we call him Emma?
I swear to God, I will turn into a snake and giant snake, and I will constrict you. There's no life.
I'm just
left
kidding.
in your body.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get a nickname, man. There's no way we're gonna get that.
Emma Gacy. You got this, guys. Emma Gacy.
I'm
I'm gonna call you M.
I gotta say this. I am looking
Now
forward.
respond.
I'm looking forward to figuring out what I'm gonna do when Anthony's character comes near the staircase in a wheelchair. I may have to push him down.
You're the only one with the strength to do it.
Come on, man.
You're the only
It's
one
elevators,
that
man.
It's elevated.
Oh man, this is
I know it's
terrible.
Cyberpunk. Would they make everything handicap available? They probably would.
Man, it's
You just get
elevators,
cybernetic
man.
legs.
Yeah, this world's all
Just
jacked
get
up though. Yeah, but this city, man, it's pretty jacked
They ain't
up.
no ramps, man. You
I
got
don't have no handicap signs.
and
No way.
there's like acid rain and everything. As soon as it starts raining, I gotta see Anthony's character.
There's a reason, and I will reveal that in the game. There's a reason why.
Yeah,
Because
cool.
he
I think
refuses
it's a
to
great
get
story.
cybernetics on his.
He's gonna
on
be
his-
epic. He's gonna be
to
epic.
repair his handicap.
Does
Yeah,
he is
I
he
really
is he
like the
just
character
numb from like
background.
the leg the hips down? So he doesn't.
Legs. No, that works.
That way. Okay, all right. So
That leg works.
All right, guys. I think that this is a good place to end it, right? So again, guys, I hope you're gonna stay tuned and kind of like just join us on this new campaign. Again, Lowlife 2090 is the system that we're gonna be using. It's a cyberpunk world. It's pretty awesome. I gotta tell you, man. The system is great. I think the campaign I created is gonna be. I mean, the characters, these guys, the PCs they made. I mean, you heard it for yourself. It's pretty exciting. So come join us. I hope that you subscribe. I hope you hit that notification bell so that way you are notified when we start to put out those videos of this campaign. And give us a thumbs up, man. Give us a like. And not just a like. Give us a comment. What do you think about the characters that these guys created? Give us your opinion. So again, we're out of time and out of character. We'll see you guys.